All right, we're with Brent Beal here down on the floor of Nashville Super Speedway. He's with Specialty Tracks. He's handled a lot of the track construction stuff for the Monster Truck Challenge this year. So tell us a little bit, Brent, kind of to give us a start of the story here. How did you kind of get your start working with monster trucks and building tracks and stuff?
1984, they called my dad down to the Cincinnati Coliseum for us to come in and spread dirt. And we met with Randy Spraggins, which owns Specialty Tracks, and it's all history.
All right, so were you guys kind of running like an excavation company at the time or something like that?
Yes, my father was working for a local contractor.
All right, I got you. That's pretty neat. So now coming into this event here at Nashville, we're really not using as much dirt as we had here last year, but we still got a lot out on the track. How many dump truck loads of dirt do you say have been hauled in for this weekend's event?
We got about 40 20-yard off-road dump truck loads in here.
All right, so to put it in perspective, how much does like a dome show for like a Live Nation event take?
We usually use about 4,000 to 5,000 yards of dirt. This has got about 950.
Okay, so because of the room out here, we got stuff spread out since we don't have to create the actual floor for the event. Since we don't actually have to create the dirt floor at the arena for the event, we actually have a little less dirt hauled in for out here then?
Yes, sir. Yeah, we have a little less dirt. We got, sprinkler systems we're working around, and we don't want to have to tear up no more grass than we have to at a speedway just so that they can get back to 100%. They have a race here on Friday, so key element here is get in, get out, use as little dirt as possible, little damage as possible.
All right, now speaking of dirt, we've got this awesome bus pyramid behind us here. And over the last few years, that's when the popularity of these dirt ramps leading up to the buses has really, become a big deal. I mean, you remember it was only 5 or 6 years ago that just a bus and some cars was a pretty big deal. Now we got them built up on pads of dirt. We got big ramps. Who kind of pioneered that? And when you guys build one of those, what's it take to get that ramp just right?
Well, we actually use sometimes angle locators inside of skid steers. It depends on how high we elevate the bus on the pad itself. It comes from Tom and Dennis days of just, car, van, car, and somebody brought a bus in and then we put vans beside it, and they come in one time and said, hey, let's elevate the bus, and we elevated it, and we go two to 4. We've elevated one 6 foot before, but it's a little much, so we keep it about a 4 foot elevation. And we just keep working it in with the track skid steers and try to make it as even and keep the cars and the vans on both sides as level and as tight as possible.
All right, about how much time does it take to actually craft that ramp into an angle that you're really happy with? Is it a pretty drawn-out process, or are you guys to the point you can bust one out pretty quick?
We can bust it out pretty quick, but it's taken us about 8 years to get it down to a science. And I would say just to build this particular pyramid here, you're looking at about 4 to 4.5 hours.
All right, so now what's your favorite kind of track to build? Do you like doing these outdoor ones, or do you like doing the indoor where you're on a really tight time frame, or what do you enjoy? Or you just like the whole thing? You like just operating equipment and building a track?
I love working with everybody here all the time, but my favorite, I guess, would be the summer series, obviously the weather. I do enjoy the indoor stuff because more dirt, you get to construct straight lines and you can set different angles, and it's a challenge going in on top of 6,500 sheets of plywood covering a $1 million AstroTurf floor. That's a challenge. And out here it's a challenge also, but they both got their ups and downs, but I love it all.
Awesome. Well, thanks for your time, Brent. That just goes to show you there's a lot more to this than just running equipment and dropping dirt. It is truly a form of art.
Well, now it's 3 o'clock in the morning, and I can't even close my eyes.